Ready. Recording in progress. All right, we're ready to go.
Collateral Parenting, Episode 1, Pilates. Act 1. The multi-purpose room at an extremely pretentious private school, St. Ethelborn Junior University for Gifted and Otherwise, in Westchester, New York, grades kindergarten through 6th. Despite the wealth of the school, the room where the PTA meets is very basic. Plastic stacking chairs, fake plants, and a podium. Lights on the present members of the PTA seated in a semicircle. Tiffany, dressed to the nines in a ball gown and tiara, gracefully rises from her chair and walks to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen of the PTA, as your head of hospitality, it is my greatest honor to introduce you to the lady of the hour. Coming in all the way from her office here at St. Ethelborn Junior University for the Gifted and Otherwise, I present to you, drum roll please, Principal Anne Jane McCormick.
Principal McCormick enters, PTA members golf clap.
Principal McCormick was born and raised in suburban Connecticut. After first pursuing a thrilling career in corporate law, she realized her dream of becoming a principal for an overpriced, pretentious elementary school full of self-important parents. Wearing a knockoff Chanel pantsuit and weighing in at...
It's okay, Tiffany.
But it says right here...
Knock it off, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Tiffany, still smiling, returns to her seat.
Members of the PTA, I've called this emergency meeting for some very sad news. I regret to inform you all that on September 21st, our PTA president, Kathy Jones, was tragically found dead in her kitchen, clutching a bag of her favorite spice, flour, impaled with a hot glue gun.
She holds up a photo of Kathy. The PTA murmurs in polite mourning.
Our non-denominational thoughts remain with her husband, Daniel, and their golden retriever, Sammy. The investigation is continuing. However, our more pressing matter is electing a new PTA president.
Deft agreement from the PTA. This is what they care about.
Now, it appears you had never elected a vice president, so the logical and safe thing to do is hold an election for your new president.
Principal McCormick gestures to the first mom at the end of the row who stands. Holly, in a cardigan and heels, the human equivalent of the phrase lifestyle blogger. A warm, fake smile to the group.
My name is Holly Johnson, and I've been part of the PTA for over 4 years as its devoted secretary. I've got 2 kids, one in 5th and one in 3rd, and you can all check out my most recent crafting adventures at craftingholly.web.com.org.
A brilliant smile to finish. Next to Holly, her best friend Diana applauds, then stands. She's equally put together. Soccer mom chic.
I'm Diana Miller. I've been treasurer of the PTA for the past 2.5 years and a member for the past 5. I'm a part-time pediatric secretary and full-time mommy.
Holly laughs in support. These women love showing just how much they're friends.
I love pina coladas and crocheting. My angel Gigi is the class president of the 6th grade, so she's clearly better than your children.
Holly laughs again, but no one else joins in. It's clear that Diana is completely serious. Pam stands wearing a graphic t-shirt with suspenders. Her posture, outfit, and tone all show her to be striving as the epitome of cool. She is not succeeding.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is the coolest cat in town? This guy.
She gestures to herself, beaming.
Pam's the name. Artisan jams are the game. I put the fun in fundraising chair. You may recognize me as the mom all the kids run screaming from on field day, 'cause they know I'm so awesome. My son Justin is in the 4th grade, and he's what they call a nerd.
Great. Thank you, Pam.
Pam dabs before sitting. Everyone is speechless. Susie stands now. She wears a down dress, and her gal next door air is completely natural, as is her thick Midwest.
Well, hi, I'm Susie Quinton, and I'm from Minnesota. I moved here just last summer, and I honestly cannot believe the kindness of these fellow parents, even though you're all Lord-rejecting heathens. I'm happy as a lark to be joining you all in this hootenanny. I have a beautiful daughter in 4th grade. Her name is Lisa. She plays soccer, leads youth group, and scrapbooks competitively.
Susie proudly sits as Bethany stands. Notably less put together than the others, she exudes stress.
Hi, I'm Bethany Campbell, and I'm the caretaker of the Shield children. Mrs. Shield is sorry she couldn't make it to yet another meeting. She's away on business. She'd make it if she weren't away on business. She will try to make a meeting and fulfill her duties as a historian when she is not away on business. I've been working for the Shield since I was at a legal age to work full-time, and I care for the 8 wonderful Shield children. They've got 2 in kindergarten, 1 in 1st grade, 1 in 2nd grade, 1 in 3rd grade, 1 in 4th grade, 1 in 5th grade, and 1 in 6th grade. But it's fine. It's fine. I want to die. It's fine.
She sits, leaving the room possibly more uncomfortable than they were after Pam spoke. Robert stands, going along the row and shaking hands. Exuding snobbery in a pea coat and glasses, he inexplicably speaks with an English accent.
Please address me as Robert T. Fitzgerald, PTA student board head. I'm a linguist at Columbia University, amateur sommelier, and I'm a PTA father. My daughter Elise is in kindergarten, but if her grades keep up, they say she could be headed to an early 1st grade transfer.
Robert sits. Tiffany, next to speak, stays seated with a glazed smile, staring into space. Principal McCormick prompts her.
Miss Glenn?
Tiffany holds her smile for a minute more before rising and crosses to the center of the room. Speaking with a practiced tone, she's a perfectly put together former pageant queen.
Hello, members of the Parent-Teacher Association. I am Tiffany Glenn, stepmother to Levi Glenn. He goes to this school. My talents include skiing, calligraphy, and well-rounded knowledge of European culture. I'm so honored to be your head of hospitality. Thank you.
She pageant waves and curtsies, then sits.
So it looks like we're missing 2 of our members today, Mr. Lance Smith and, oh my, Dr. Elaine T. Wagner, Esquire. It says she has twins in 6th grade, participates on numerous additional committees, a generous donor to the school.
At that moment, Elaine enters. She's dressed professionally, speaking on her Bluetooth and carrying a cardboard cup holder with an entire pot of coffee balancing precariously on top.
No, Terrance. I ordered the business cards in eggshell white to font Imperial. Times New Roman. What are we, peasants?
Ugh, Terrance, am I right?
Elaine squeezes in between Susie and Pam and takes a swig from her pot.
So I understand that you are the head of social media outreach, Dr. Wagner.
Elaine gestures to her ear and proceeds with the call.
Wait, they're out of stock? Terry, I need these cards. If I don't get them by next Wednesday, I may have to drop my side job of wedding planning. I would be down to only 4 paid jobs. 4! Are you trying to kill me?
Elaine hangs up, pulls out a laptop from her tote bag, and types furiously.
Dr. Wagner.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
She just wanted you to introduce yourself.
Fine. Hi, my name is Elaine Wagner. I have some daughters that go here. I currently work only 4 jobs, thank you, Terrance. And just to remind everyone, I am the real mother to Levi Glenn. What can I say? Kieran couldn't handle his wife not being there 23.7 out of 24 hours a day. I guess his remedy was some washed up pageant girl.
Well, at least I have the ability to be there for Liam.
It's Levi!
That's what I said. I find joy in supporting my son rather than succumbing to a crippling workaholic lifestyle. It's stability that he needs, considering that dear Elaine here missed nearly every major moment in his life, except for his birth. And even then, she was on a conference call. Thank you.
I needed that promotion.
Break it up, please, ladies. So all that's left is Mr. Lance Smith.
Oh, so sorry.
Lance enters in tow with his adopted son, Hans. Lance is cheerful and looks happy to be anywhere. Hans, however, wears a save me expression and lederhosen.
So sorry we're late, all. Hansi had to finish his Backyardigans episode. Anyway, here we are. I'm Lance, the event coordinator. I've been a part of this group for 2 years now after I adopted my son here, Hans. He's from Germany. Go on, Hansi. Say hi.
Herman.
Everyone, even linguist Robert, is awed.
Well, there's a full house today. I'm suddenly very busy and coincidentally need a ibuprofen. So I will be back in a minute with election rules. Everyone just play nice, okay?
She's serious. As Principal McCormick exits, everyone passes the lull in the way they know best. Holly and Diana gossip. Pam plays on her Game Boy. Elaine types furiously. Susie cradles her rosary. Robert thumbs through Camus. Lance looks over Robert's shoulder. Hans looks for an escape route. Bethany power naps. And Tiffany adjusts her tiara. Coming to a private agreement with Diana, Holly goes to the center of the room, grabbing everyone's attention.
So, obviously, we're all devastated that Kathy died.
Quick, fake, sincere thoughts from all the members.
So kind.
But clearly, now we need to focus on getting a new PTA president.
Everyone loudly agrees with this.
Yes.
Right? And elections are such a snooze. Which is why I never vote. So maybe it would be easier to just pick the new president real quick. And as secretary, and I totally don't mean this in like a superficial way or whatever, but like I am really getting this vibe like I should be the new president. You guys feel it, right? Like secretary, president.
So I agree with you, Holly, 100%. Except there's just this like really tiny part of me that's saying the treasurer should be president, and that's me.
Now, you two, don't argue. There's nothing to fret about because I have been convening with the Holy Ghost himself, and he came right out and said that I was meant to steer this fine set of sinners towards salvation as interim president. So I'll just take my spot over here as president of the PTA. Your stairs are colder than a Minnesotan blizzard. I'm just going to sit down now.
Okay, so we can't unanimously decide on a president, and we aren't letting any non-members choose, deities included. So what are we supposed to do? Just wait for some random woman to come back with the election rules?
Well, last year, for fun, I decided to read the entire PTA guidebook, again, just for kicks. And I think I remember what the guidelines were. It said something like, and I'm probably paraphrasing here, if the sitting president should fall absent for over a week with no explanation, a bad explanation, or due to circumstances beyond their control, i.e. being the victim of a murder most foul, the grounds for a new election among members of the association are approved.
Elaine doesn't have a doctorate for nothing.
Well, I'd say we're certainly standing on those grounds, eh? Kathy's dead, and we can hardly trust an unqualified and new member to head our group. No offense, Suzanne, dear.
Susie blinks.
And I'd gladly run. Being head of the physics department at Columbia prepares you for work like this.
Definitely. The election is a genius idea, Robert.
Oh, I try.
Thought you were a linguist, Robert.
No, physics.
Oh, because in the notes of the meeting it says linguist.
Take a nap, Bethany.
Really?
She immediately passes out. The meeting continues.
So, E-Pain. Playing the words of T-Pain. A cool mom move. Do you remember the other rules?
Something about having to be nominated by someone else to be a candidate, and up to 5 people can be nominated, and
Instinctively takes a swig from her coffee pot, but realizing that it's empty, reaches into her tote bag.
I left my spare coffee pot at home. I can feel my caffeine levels dropping. Must stay awake. Can't stay awake.
She joins Bethany's sleeping state.
Don't worry, I always keep a few caffeine patches around in case of an emergency. She'll be back in a minute.
She places several patches on Elaine's arm. Holly turns to Diana.
Diana, You're my best friend, so I support you in all of your dreams, and I know you support mine back because otherwise you'd be an awful friend. I nominate you.
Oh, Holly, I love you so much. And because I'm not scared of a Little League competition, I nominate you.
And I nominate Robert.
All right. Oh, Bobby Fitz.
Bethany awakes, somehow picking up the entire conversation.
Am I allowed to nominate?
Oh, well, I don't see why not.
Well, then I nominate Tiffany. I mean, she has a ton of qualifications for leadership. Miss Rhode Island, Miss California, Miss South Nepal. That time she stopped that yacht from crashing into East Hampton.
Okay, honey, we gotcha. Just go back to sleep now.
Oh, right.
Thank you, sad girl. I graciously accept this nomination and will do everything in my power to do a fantastic job, the one that I know I'm capable of. Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess we're all out of people to nominate, so...
Wait, that's only 4. Yes, math. Thank you.
Oh, that is true. So, do you have a nomination, Tiffany? Here?
The crazy one. Thank you.
Am I the crazy one?
I reckon so. So our nominees are Robert, Holly, Diana, Tiffany, and Pam. Does that sound peachy keen for everyone?
General agreement. Principal McCormick re-enters, carrying an enormous binder.
All right, apologies for taking so long, but I managed to heave this binder out of my office and only dropped it on my foot twice. Are we ready to begin work on this election?
Oh, not to worry, Anne dear. We just rustled up 5 swell nominees, and I can already tell this election is shaping up to be one heck of a shindig.
Oh, well, great. Excellent. I suppose I'd be fuming with rage if I wasn't so eager to leave. Is there anything else to discuss? Please say no.
I doubt it. If my vintage Swiss pocket watch is correct, our meeting time has come to a close.
Members grab purses, say goodbyes.
Are meetings always this futile?
Oh, of course not. Sometimes we're unproductive.
Lance, dragging Hans, sidles up to Robert.
Hi, Robert. Have you met my son Hans yet?
Guten Tag, Hans.
German.
Robert pats his head. Lance, Hans, Robert exit. Tiffany approaches this podium.
I am so grateful to be chosen as your next PTA president. Thank you for this honor.
Tiffany, the election hasn't happened yet.
I will overcome this adversity and rule fairly. Thank you.
No, I mean, Tiffany, you haven't won. No one's won. The election hasn't happened yet.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Both exit. Pam approaches Holly and Diana.
Yo, Holly! Congrats on the nomination, man.
Pam attempts to high-five Holly, who refuses immediately.
I don't fraternize with my competition.
Okay, well, congrats to you as well, Diana. You are...
And I don't partake in 5s at any height.
Oh, sick burn, Diana. Diana, Bobana, Banana, Fana, Fofana, Fifa, Fofana, Diana.
Holly, Diana, Pam exit. As Pam's riveting Diana jingle echoes, we hear a door click. Spotlight on Elaine, passed out on the chairs. Blackout. Act 2. Robert enters and spots Elaine slumped across the chairs. He creeps over, leaning over to get a better look at her.
Elaine, could it be... Is she... Perhaps she's just blottoed from the amount of caffeine consumed. Unless Kathy's killer.
He prods her shoulder.
Elaine? 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 Elaine?
I nominate myself. Oh, it's you, Robert. Where are we? Are we dead? Did it finally happen?
We're in the PTA room, Elaine. You must have fallen asleep here last night.
Oh, again, I suppose I should have texted my daughters.
She pulls out her phone, but quickly decides against it.
They probably know by now.
You gave me quite a fright. I thought you had been killed.
Oh, no, just a little bit too much coffee. Kind of feels the same sometimes, though. Anyway, where's everyone else?
They'll be in a moment. Actually, I have a question. It's about Mr. Smith.
Who? Lance? You aren't on a first name basis yet?
I was actually wondering if you knew anything about him. He's rather enthusiastic about helping me. I suppose my inquiry regards whether or not there may be some ulterior motive afoot.
Look, the only time I ever talked one-on-one with the guy was at the PTA end of year party last year, but I was on 7 different conference calls for most of that. So if you want to know more information about your little man crush, I'm not your girl.
You believe in me to feel more for him? You can't be serious.
I'm always serious. I did accounting for the Upright Citizens Brigade until they fired me for bringing down the mood.
If you're unable to help me in my quest for information, do you know anyone who would know anything about him?
Diana might. She's got dirt on everyone. I'll go see if she's still tightening her ponytail in the women's dressing room.
Swap Elaine out for Diana.
Robert?
Hello, Mrs. Miller. I don't believe we've spoken before. My name is Robert Terrance.
Robert Terrance Fitzgerald. I know, you already said that last meeting. Also, we've talked before, like many times. You told me about your entire divorce when you drank too much of your bootleg vermouth at the last PTA end of the year party.
Right. Well, I was hoping to inquire about your knowledge on that Lance character.
Oh, can't you tell? He's absolutely crazy about you, Robert. He thinks the world of you. He nominated you for president. How romantic can it get? It's so obvious he'd do anything for you. The girls and I, mostly me, already have a Pinterest board for your wedding.
Robert, melodramatic, stares off, a smile forming. Diana notices this.
Robert, what is it?
Oh, nothing. I'm just surprised. I've never met a man so charming, so straightforward.
Oh, I knew it. This is so adorable. Oh, when I tell the girls.
Diana's taken aback.
Look, it's paramount that you keep this a secret.
Paramount?
It means important. It could complicate things. If anyone else knew I was aware of Lance's feelings, they might assume we're colluding.
Aren't you colluding?
That's besides the point. Please, just promise you won't tell anyone.
Not even on Pinterest?
Oh, if it's that big a deal to you, I suppose it won't matter. No one follows half of your Pinterest boards anyways.
Plenty of people adore my Pinterest, Robert. Your energy is incredibly exhausting today.
What? Diana, your distress seems to be going to your head. Is that your hairline receding?
Terrified, Diana feels her ponytail and shrieks. She runs back to the bathroom. Robert waits for a minute, then laughs.
Why, this is perfect. Lance, despite his absurdity and lack of intellect, is clearly adored by the rest of the association. All I'll have to do is rely on his association with me and use him to win the votes I need to secure the presidency. Though I suppose I'll have to pretend to have feelings for that horribly uncultured man. Still, shouldn't be too hard, seeing as he seems even more incompetent than the rest of them. A member of the PTA under my thumb. Oh, it's Christmas.
Robert cheers for himself and takes his seat just as the rest of the PTA enters. Hans, despite being a child, is there again. Enter Principal McCormick.
I'm afraid that I have to be here again today, which I promise I find more distressing than anyone. Essentially, I've been assigned to record your alibis.
I don't do alibis. I'm vegan.
No, it means you all need to have proof that you didn't have anything to do with Kathy's murder, because unfortunately, you all come off as pretty guilty.
Spotlight scene. Everyone disappears except for Holly and Principal McCormick.
So why couldn't it have been you?
First of all, there's no way I could have ever even thought about killing Kathy. We were so mildly friendly. And why would I even use a hot glue gun? I've got a hot melt applicator and it's so much better. I was making pot holders that night for the blog. Again, it's craftingholly.web.com.org. So remember to comment, like, and tell all your friends.
Diana, you seem very determined to have your child be recognized as the best.
That's because Gigi is. I'm completely devastated that Kathy died. I feel like we could have been best friends if she were more involved in her position as PTA president. I personally don't believe that she deserved the job and find it very unempowering of her to let herself get murdered, considering that she was a woman in power. But that's just one wise woman's opinion. In any case, I was at Gigi's soccer game that night and I never miss a game. And Gigi scored 2 goals and I was so proud I nearly cried, and then I did cry because it was amazing.
So what's your story, Pam? Pam?
Sorry, this is just really cool. We're all stuck in our little boxes just like on True Mime TV.
Pam, focus.
Oh, sorry, right. Alibi time. What was the question again?
Just convince me you didn't kill Kathy. It shouldn't be hard. I don't care that much.
Oh man, Kathy was all that in a bag of chips. On fleck. But why would I have done it? I'm a cool mom, and murder is so not cool. None of the kids are doing it these days. But you know what they are doing? Gangnam Style!
So Elaine, what were you doing on September 21st?
Of course, I remember September 21st. It would have been my 20th wedding anniversary if my husband wasn't a coward who couldn't handle my work schedule. So naturally, after I finished my workload for the day, I stayed up until 1 a.m, leaving him voicemails complaining about our marriage. He called me back after 6 tries and we argued for 2 hours. So yeah, not me.
Susie, what's your alibi?
I'm so devastated. Why, sad as a cat without a ball of yarn, that I barely knew dear Kathy before she died. I was making snickerdoodles last night, thought about it, and burst into tears. I went down to the church right away and lit so many candles that the place burned down. I probably shouldn't have told you that.
Bethany, I think we're all pretty sure it wasn't you based on all you've got going on. But protocol is protocol, so what were you up to on September 21st?
If September 21st was a Sunday through Saturday, I was working, naturally. I don't have many personal memories of Kathy, and I kind of don't have much of a social life, so chances of me getting out that night are none to none. I have a boyfriend, though. I mean, we haven't talked in 6 months, but I did text him last week and he was like, "Who are you?" So, oh.
Robert, I know you like to hear yourself speak, but please, in as few words as possible, explain why you couldn't have been the murderer.
Kathy's death can be best described in the words of Herman Melville.
That's good enough. Thank you, Robert. Lance, what was your relationship with Kathy?
Kathy and I were a bit close, actually. She was my sister. No biggie. So there's no way I would have had to do anything to do with that murder. Anyway, I was at the Learn German Easy that night, and those classes are amazing. In fact, the phrase we learned that night really expresses how I am about this situation. Murder, no me gusta.
Hans, what did you do September 21st?
German.
Thank you, dear. I'm sure we got all that down. Tiffany, you have 30 seconds to answer. Explain what you were doing on September 21st.
Golly, September 21st, popularly referenced in the 1978 hit September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh, what a night. According to my date book, I was prepping a dance class for their performance at the Little Miss Madame pageant for 4 to 9-year-olds. It was a beautiful affair. And Kathy was truly, truly an amazing woman. Thank you.
Everyone returns to the space, a bit unnerved by the liminal space that is a Zoom breakout room.
Well, I'll record that all of you claim to have had other engagements that night. I suppose you can all enjoy whatever refreshments the assigned parents brought and get to work planning for the election.
Holly and Bethany pull out their snacks.
I made a super amazing grain-based batch of 50% delicious.
And I found this box of expired Pop-Tarts in a shadowy corner of the pantry I take naps in.
Principal McCormick exits. Holly, Tiffany, and Diana chat by the table of snacks. Lance and Robert sit next to one another, with Hans hovering nearby. Elaine and Pam take their food near the podium, as do Susie and Bethany.
So Tiffany, pageanting, what's it like?
A delight.
Where'd you get your dress?
Oh, it's Dior, Spring 2014 collection.
Would you consider dropping out of the race?
Not in your wildest dreams.
Do you like my brownies?
No comment. And world peace.
They all laugh. Now to Lance and Robert, featuring Hans. Robert tries to look as though he doesn't despise Lance.
I don't know if you know this, Rob, but I studied political science during my one semester at NYU. Would you be interested in talking campaign strategy? I know my stuff. Scout's honor.
He holds up 2 crossed fingers, not the Boy Scout salute.
Why, that sounds delightful. What strategies would you suggest are most effective for securing votes?
Well, I think your best bet to win over the other members is to kill them.
You really think so?
With kindness. Make yourself out there to be a trustworthy guy. Not that you aren't already.
Oh yes, clearly.
German.
Oh, not now, Hansi. Be a bueno, kid. Daddy's busy.
German.
Oh.
Switch to Elaine and Pam.
Oh, this election is going to be so fun, but it's still totally sad that Kathy's dead. If one of us killed Kathy, I mean, I'm not saying I think that, but if someone did, who would you accuse?
Not to pull a Gossip Girls or anything, but my money's on Susie Q. She's new to town, she cares about her family, she loves being in the PTA.
You're right. That's super suspicious. You're like a detective.
Oh, just like Benadryl Cabbage Patch on Shoe Locker.
She'd be the coolest mom in town if she won.
The second coolest mom, right?
No, definitely first.
Beat. Now, Bethany and Susie.
Election is all very exciting, but it's a bit of a shame we're not involved.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not a part of it. Being involved in things is highly overrated.
I do suppose it's one less thing to worry about. Now, tell me a bit about yourself, dearie. You're rather an odd duckling there, aren't you?
Oh. I like things and people. I haven't seen a bed in 2 days.
Back to Holly, Diana, and Tiffany.
So how long has Elaine been a part of this group?
A few years. I mean, I love her and she's amazing, but she's also so sad to be around. I mean, she works and puts an effort and wears tracksuits in public.
Tragic.
I suppose despite her many, many accomplishments, it's a rather sad existence.
So how are Kaylee and Shaylin doing, Holly?
They're doing adorable. Do you want to see pictures? I took so many selfies with them.
No, thank you.
Holly pulls out her phone anyways. Beat. Robert, Lance, Hans.
Well, you're the campaign manager. Whatever you think.
Oh, anytime, Rob.
Robert. Never mind. After all, as the bard says, what's in a name?
The Bard. OMG. I was just listening to his podcast yesterday. So, your daughter, Elise, how's kindergarten treating her? Hansi loves it.
German, German, German.
See?
Oh, she dotes on it. Our refrigerator's looking more like the Met than stainless steel, what with her macaroni art paintings.
Beat. Elaine and Pam.
Elections were never my thing. I love keeping busy, but the kind of power that being PTA president gets you, even I don't need that kind of responsibility.
Is it not cool to want responsibility anymore?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to my daughters in weeks. I'm busy and they know how to make themselves dinner. I haven't talked to my son in nearly a month. He was always my favorite.
Wait, I thought he was Tiffany's son now.
He isn't. That so isn't the. Ugh!
She takes a swig of coffee.
Well, that's cool. Anyway, did you hear the circus is in town?
Beat. Susie and Bethany. They've assumed a therapist-client position.
And I think that links back to when my mom left me at a Walmart for a week. That's when I realized, even if it took me years to accept it, that she didn't have the mother gene, and if she didn't have it, I didn't want to risk failing any kids I might have in the future in the same way. And also that uncooked ravioli is a substantial meal.
Well, you don't need to be a mother, dearie. Why, you could be a nun. When I was your age, I thought about becoming a sister myself, but I guess the Lord was calling me somewhere else.
I don't really think I should become a nun.
We need to get you a habit.
I don't think you're getting it.
Oh, I know the perfect convent for you.
I'm pretty sure I'm Jewish, so.
And it's settled. You'll get started next fall.
As Susie gives Bethany an unwelcome hug, Principal McCormick enters, back from recording the alibis.
Well, thank you all for your contributions. I suppose we can cut the meeting short here. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Wait, I have an announcement. As most of you know, since you read my amazing Pinterest boards,
Diana glares at Robert.
Tomorrow, after everyone casts their votes, we're going to hold the planning party for the 6th grade winter graduation. Everyone be sure to bring food. Just no gluten, dairy, eggs, tree nuts, peanuts, soy, or sugar. Remember, my Gigi's going to be graduating, so we have to make it perfect. It's not like the quality would matter to any of your monster children. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Blackout. Lights go up on a perfectly decorated room ready for a PTA planning party. Elaine is giddily buzzing after her 7th pot of coffee.
And we're done. Great work, you guys. Who says all afternooners aren't fun?
Wunderbar. German?
Diana takes the podium. Principal McCormick stands behind her, not wanting to sit next to any of the PTA members.
Let's get planning, you guys. Not all of you have children in the 6th grade, of course, but this is the same theme we'll be using for the next 10 years. It'll affect your children too.
My stepson, Leo.
Levi. His name is Levi.
Of course, I meant Levi. Silly autocorrect. He asked that we make this party, and I quote, "Not lame, real mom."
He didn't say that, did he?
I guess you're just unlovable, Elaine. Thank you.
Okay, that didn't answer my question at all. But great. Does anyone have any theme ideas?
A pause as everyone tries to look like they're thinking. No one came prepared. Principal McCormick asserts herself at the podium.
Pardon me, Diana, and I can't believe I'm saying this considering how annoyingly enthusiastic you've all been about it, but we have the final votes in from all of the parents and 0 teachers we have.
Everyone gasps.
And it's my great honor to announce that this election is finally done. Your new president is Diana Miller.
Mixed reactions. Diana squeals and jumps. Elaine, Susie, Lance, Principal McCormick, Bethany, and Hans clap politely. Robert and Pam are full of rage, but try not to show it. Holly, after steaming, runs to hug her best friend. Tiffany raises her hand, pageant-esque, to claim her prize, realizes what happens, and recovers with applause.
I'm so happy for you, Diana. Now we can run this thing together.
Of course, but with a logical split in power.
Oh, we'll discuss that later.
Thank you guys so much for being smart and voting for me. I was scared you'd make a terrible decision, but it looks like your precious votes all counted. Oh, gosh, I'm too excited to talk. Everyone go grab some food.
Since you kind of nixed most of the ingredients in chocolate chip cookies, I brought vanilla extract mixed with baking soda and salt in a plastic bag.
Oh, I brought in some Chef Boyardee and some lasagnas.
I brought a kale salad with carrot chips.
And I brought my lack of mental stability.
Get it together, Bethany.
And also pretzels.
Everyone grabs some food. Lance approaches Robert.
I'm so sorry you didn't win, Robert. Really. Hans is too.
German.
But hey, at least got to hang out a little.
I can't believe I didn't win. Against Diana, of all people. What with her appallingly directionless Pinterest board and circulation-killing ponytails?
Oh, she's not so bad. You would have been a great president, though. I really believe that.
Get off me! Don't you see, you fool? I was just using you. And now it was all for nothing.
Robert storms out. Lance watches him go sadly. Hans pats his father's shoulder.
German.
Oh, I love you too, Hans. It's all right. I'll recover. Let's go eat.
Now everyone is gathered at the food table. Holly toasts.
To Diana, our new president, whether she deserves it or not.
Thanks a bunch for voting for me, you all. And whoever brought these cookies, they're almost decent.
Everyone claps, drinks, etc. Diana smiles, then begins to cough.
Diana, are you okay? Diana?
Diana is now on the floor. The PTA freaks out.
Everyone stay calm. I'm going to grab a first aid kit.
I'll call 911.
The smartest thing to do is to all leave and split up.
Deft agreement. The entire PTA, minus Pam, Hans, and the still wheezing Diana, run off stage. Hans begins to follow them off, then chooses to stay behind and eavesdrop behind a chair. Neither parent notices. Diana reaches out for Pam.
Pam, in my purse there's an EpiPen, just grab it.
Pam looks in Diana's bag.
Just stab it in my leg, Pam. You gotta help me find out who brought those sugar cookies. There was wee in them. I think it may have been Robert. Quick, Pam, my throat is swelling.
Pam stands above Diana. She holds the EpiPen, but doesn't move.
Pam.
Oh, it wasn't Bobby Fitz. I know who brought those delicious sugary cookies.
Who? Pam, was it you?
Pam, right it was.
Pam proceeds to dab the EpiPen away. Diana's condition grows worse.
Whoops. Sometimes I can't control the doob. Cool mom reference.
Pam, how could you?
Do you know how much it hurts to be the loser? You know what kind of pain feels like?
I'm dying,
Okay,
Pam.
clearly. You know, I was gonna eat all those cookies myself if I won. Or lost. But then I remembered you were legit allergic to gluten, not just pretentiously into wheat-free eating.
Pam.
And now, poor President Diana is dead. Who's got 2 thumbs is gonna take her place? This guy.
Diana takes one more breath, then Diana has died. OMG. Hans gets up from behind the chair, about to say something, when he is interrupted by the ever-panicked PTA stampede, just now entering with one singular band-aid. Pam assumes a mourning face.
Diana is now dead, Anna.
The room is horrified.
Oh, she died.
Oh my golly, how could this have happened?
Hans rushes to his father.
German, 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 German.
What, honey? You know Daddy can't speak German without Google Translate around.
Oh, I actually recognize that phrase. He's just saying Pam is super cool.
Oh.
Guilty.
Lance, is that really what he's saying?
That's exactly what he's saying.
Diana, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
PTA is shocked. They can hardly fathom.
Wait, who's the president now?
No one knows, but it's more important than whatever happened to Diana. The surviving members of the PTA turn to Principal McCormick, who falters. Blackout.
That's our show, guys.
Thank you so much for coming. Join us next time. It'll be all up on Facebook, and we'll definitely post about it.
New
for
episodes.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah. When this is going to be a recording too, tell your friends.